Hello. Um, so haven't. Sorry, I have like a. I can feel like a hair, like around my mouth, but I'm not sure where it is. Um, it's been a minute. It's been a couple weeks, I believe, since the last video. I'm not even sure. I think the last video was, the XQC sitting in a chair challenge, but I've lost track of time again. I've slowly I've devolved I've devolved back into going to bed at 7 a.m. and waking up. This is probably the latest I've woken up is 4 p.m. Um it's been an interesting past couple of days doing that. It's 4 a.m. right now. I got into bed at 2 a.m. and I was, doom scrolling for 2 hours, and then I wanted to make a video. I was going to say a movie. I wanted to make a video. Actually, that looks so much. What if I move? Hello. Wow. 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 Yeah. My acne is coming back. I don't know. You can tell. It's probably coming back because I'm going to bed at 7 a.m. and I'm not working out. It's been almost a week of no workout. 7 days in a row. I did 30 push-ups today, and I was like, I'm just gonna do 100 push-ups, and I did 30, and my shoulders just hurt. My joints they hurt, and I was like, I'm not doing it anymore. Like really, it's probably because I'm going to bed at 7 a.m. But I'm just like really fatigued. Like yesterday, I woke up at 4, and then I took a 4 hour nap at 9 p.m. And then I commenced the gaming, and I gamed for 7 hours. I don't know. It just kind of sucks being tired all the time. It's not very fun. It's not a very productive time or feeling when you're constantly sleepy. You just kind of sit there, and it's like it's a weird state of mind. It's a weird place to be in. Everything's so fast and slow at the same time. It's all just flying by. But, and like in the moment, it's like, oh my God, I just want this day to end. I just want that day. I feel like I've been in this day for a year. I feel like I've been in this day for like 100,000 hours. I've just been in this one singular day over and over and over and over again. And it's not a good feeling. It's not a fun feeling. But yeah, Battlefield 6 came out. Battlefield 6. I did not buy it. I played the beta. I did the free beta for like the Twitch and everything else, and wasn't that convinced to buy it. Again, it's $70. I did get paid, so I don't have $30 in my bank account anymore. I have $270 something. But yeah, it didn't look like a good Battlefield, so I didn't buy it. I'll wait for a sale next year, Christmas sale or something. Trying to think of anything else that's happened. Not much has happened. I'm gonna gonna go out and buy some pizza, some pizza today. Pizza and the Jack Daniel's Coke. That's what I'm gonna. I told myself tonight that I'm gonna go to bed before 7 a.m. and my reward for that is gonna be pizza and Jack Daniels. But before that, I'm gonna go on a run. So I don't know if it's gonna be a run. I think I'm just gonna do 30 minutes on the elliptical because I'm gonna be honest. I can watch my Twitch streamers and my YouTube on the elliptical. And running is just really boring now for me. I like this time last year I was running easily like 3+ miles a day. And now I can barely do 3 miles without wanting to get run over by a car. I mean, it is just so boring. And I don't know how to fix that. It's never been boring in my life. Like, I've been a runner. I've always ran. I'm a skinny white guy. Of course I run. It's in my blood. But I've never had this, this experience where it's just like mind numbing. It is just mind numbing. And I see, TikToks or Instagram reels of people being like, I love running because it clears my mind and my mind is empty and, I enter a Zen state and it's like the opposite for me. I start running and it's like, okay, well, what can I think about to make this go by faster? It just feels like, I don't know, it feels like I'm running in slow motion. It's really annoying. I don't like it. It sucks. Because I used to enjoy running, and I got my mile time under sub 8 finally. Last year the fastest I was running was near a 7-minute mile, and then I stopped for like 6 months. Didn't work out for like 6 months, and recently got back on it, and now I'm taking it. It's been almost a week since I did my last workout, and very inconsistent. I did not have these problems. I did not have these problems 3 years ago when I was working out consistently. So it's just strange. It's very strange. Everything that I used to enjoy is now very, very grayscale. Video games are grayscale, and anime is grayscale, and working out is grayscale. There's not a lot of color anymore. It's just very all monotonous. I don't know how to say that word, but just all very. It's all very Groundhog Day-y. It's all the same. It's all the same. It's all the same. It's all the same. But yeah. So what's going on with me right now? It's my big looking forward to moment is oven baked pizza and Jack Daniels. It's my big thing. That's what I'm looking forward to. But there's also a Living Tombstone concert coming up that I'm going to, so I'm excited. I'm excited for that. I'm also kind of nervous because, it's going to be a lot of people. A whole lot of people. I have no idea who any of them are. That's going to be, I always, I don't think anyone doesn't get nervous when they go to things like that where you're going to places and there's a lot of people that you're going to be in a room with for, a couple hours. You don't have any idea who anyone is. I don't know, I get nervous. Maybe people don't get nervous. But I get a little anxious when faced with something like that. Unless I have like a good friend that I'm going with. then I'm pretty chill. And I have a good friend that I'm going with to the Living Tombstone concert, but I'm still gonna be pretty pretty nervous, pretty anxious, pretty, I don't know. But yeah, I'm just kind of floating recently. Not really. My hair's getting annoying. I don't really like feeling it on my eyes, on my eyebrows, on my forehead. I don't really like feeling my hair on my eyebrows. I have this, like, I don't know if anyone else gets this. When they're like going to sleep, I become like hypersensitive to like not emotions, but physical, like actual like sensitivity. Like if I'm laying in bed and the blanket is bunched up, or like the comforter is like bunched up just like a little bit, it feels like it's stabbing into my stomach. If I lay on my if I lay on my back, I have no issues, but it's like if I lay on my stomach, that's when it's like really, I just notice everything about the bed. It makes it kind of hard to fall asleep because like every time you like shift or get in a different position, you know, it bunches up blankets and sheets and everything, and then it's like I can feel it. I can feel everything. That makes it a little bit harder to, you know, go to bed, fall asleep. I need like a fidget. I need like a fidget toy to fall asleep with. I don't know. So has someone designed like a sleep fidget toy? Like something I can just hold in my hands. I have my harmonica. It has this like, I don't know if you can see it on the camera. This bit is raised, and it has like a little bit of a valley where the logo is. And I just like, it's on both sides, so I like putting my thumb, and you just like, I'll just do that at my desk. It's like a nice little, I don't know, the metal is like smooth, and you can, there's like texture because of the logos on both sides. So just feels nice. Feels nice. I can't really play this. I mean, I can make noise and notes, but you know, I can't, I can play songs, but I can't, you know, like freestyle. Like that's what I want to get to. That's the point I want to get to, is being able to like freestyle with this and make like jams and stuff, but not there yet. The only song I know on this thing is it's from, I think the anime is from the 60s, Space Battleship Yamato. It's either like, it's really old. It's either like the 60s or 70s or the 80s or the 90s. I don't know. But it's really old, and there's a harmonica riff in that show. It's called like Red Scarf or something. Red Scarf Ribbon or something like that. And someone transposed, someone made tabs for it on a harmonica website. So that's like the only, it's like the only song I can play. I could probably play Mary Had a Little Lamb and all those other ones, but like the current thing I'm trying to figure out is how to bend notes on a harmonica. You have to like, the way that the video said is you have to put your tongue to the roof of your mouth, like the kind of like the back of your, or like your entire tongue. I'm doing it, but you can't see. And then you kind of have to like gulp in air, and that'll bend the note. And bending the note is just, I think it drops the note a little bit. like an octave or something, it makes it sound deeper, is what I'm trying to say. I believe it makes the note sound deeper. So you can get more versatility out of, what is this, 10? Oh my god, I look stupid. My eyes. That was a really strange angle. Yeah, it's a 10 hole harmonica. But you have to like, I don't know, I just haven't figured it out yet. You gotta bend notes, and I can't tell if I'm actually doing it sometimes, but yeah. Trying to think. Job, little job update. Nothing yet. Nothing yet. And again, like upcoming events, not really anything till February. February to April is when my Ren Fair is here. So I haven't been to the Ren Fair in like a year, 2 years. So we'll see. I might go to the Ren Fair next year. And Comic-Con as well. If I have money. That's a big if. If I have money, if I have a job that will let me, Comic-Con, I really like taking, it's 3 days, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, I think. I want to say it's 3 days. It's either 4 or 3 days. Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, or Friday, Saturday, Sunday. And I like taking all, I like going all 3 days if I can. Just because I like living in that moment. I really like Comic-Con. My local Comic-Con. I call it Comic-Con because that's what it was. That's what it was 6, 8 years ago. I was going to say 6 to 8 years ago. It was Comic-Con. And then Comic-Con got angry, so they had to change the name. I think it's a Fan Fest now, or Fan Fusion. I want to say. I think they have them in a couple states. But yeah, no, I really like going. I went to my first one was with my brother. My brother took me to the first 2, and then 3 and 4 I went by myself. But my brother took me to the first one, and that was really cool. I really liked that. That was a really cool experience. I really enjoyed it. Sorry, my nose. It's like a hair or something from the microphone. But yeah, I really enjoy Comic-Con. Very cool. I've talked about it so much. I feel like I'm beating a dead horse when I bring up Comic-Con. I think if you've watched some of my videos, you probably know how much I enjoy Comic-Con. But I really, really enjoy it. So I like talking about it. Sadly, I could not go to it last year, though, or this year, because I was in Australia, New Zealand. Which, that was a fun trip, but it sucks that I could not go to Comic-Con. But yeah, I'm trying to think anything else. December, Christmas is coming up. I don't really like the way seasons work in my head is like there's summer and there's winter, and that's it. There's no fall, there's no spring, there's no autumn, there's no in betweens. It's summer and winter, and right now we're in winter. It's winter season officially. Okay, guys, it's October. My birthday is in 10 days, guys. 10 days. My birthday soon. Don't think I'm doing anything for that. Besides maybe drinking. perhaps, maybe. I don't know. Last year, my sisters got me a 6-pack of Mike's Lemonade. So we'll see. We'll see. Although my sister that did give me that moved away. So probably not gonna get that this year. I'll probably have to buy my own. But yeah, 10 days, birthday. And then after that, Christmas. Or, November, right? Thanksgiving. But Thanksgiving has kind of, when I was younger, Thanksgiving was pretty high up in the tier list for holidays. But over the years, it's just kind of like a steady drop. We don't really, we do Thanksgiving, but it's not, traditional Thanksgiving. It's my dad makes a bunch of food and then we eat it. And that's it usually. Sometimes we'll have like relatives over, but not really. He takes my dad, we have turkey, but we also have like ribs and shrimp and fish and pretty much anything that you request, he will make. But Thanksgiving has just kind of like fallen. Like I remember, Macy's Day Parade. I don't know where the S is. Macy Days. The parade, the Thanksgiving parade. Okay, guys. The one that's on TV. I'd wake up and watch that. But now, I don't know. Like the last time I watched that, it's probably 2018, 2019. Not even. Probably 2016. But Thanksgiving has progressively fallen, so the month of November in my mind does not exist. It is October, December, and November is just an elongated October. There is no November. There is no, turkeys and November things. It's just Halloween, Christmas. And then from Christmas, Easter, kind of, not really. And then from Easter to, I don't know, 4th of July. 4th of July, and then 4th of July to Halloween. And that's my brain right now. That is how I measure time. So we're in the 4th of July to Halloween section. And then we're going to be in the Halloween to Christmas section soon. Very soon. Christmas is still my number one. Although, gotta be honest, it's, I don't think it's, it's like it's a very dull number one. It's not really, it's like, and the only reason it's a dull number one is because I live in a state where it's summer year round, where there is no snow, we get very little rain, and it is hot. Feels like all the time. So that's why Christmas is a very dull Christmas. It's because it doesn't feel like Christmas. Not the Christmas that I remember, living in Colorado. Be lots of snow. A lot of snow. Having a fireplace. That was one of the, that was such a good memory, is waking up for school and it being incredibly cold outside and putting my snow boots in front of the fireplace and putting my socks in front of the fireplace, and then just with the 5 minutes I have left before I had to go walk to school, I would just lay there in front of the fireplace, have my jacket open, everything, just as much, warmth exposure as possible, and then you put it on and go outside. And it would last 2 minutes, it wouldn't, but it was cool. It was fun. That was a fun house. I like that house in Colorado. It was it literally was a 5-minute walk to my elementary school, and then maybe a 5-minute drive to middle school, and that was cool. That was fun. I enjoyed that. Like I remember, my dad would take me to middle school. I remember sitting in his Jeep, especially like I don't know when it snowed, and just waiting to hear like on the radio it'd be like snow day, like snow day, don't come, or like hoping there'd be like a news announcement with like snow day. Never really happened though, because it's Colorado. Everyone's got cold weather gear. This was I remember maybe like 1 or 2 snow days in Colorado. I don't remember a whole lot. We did have them in Texas. The one time it snowed in Texas when I was living there, it was a snow day because no one knew how to. I mean, it didn't even really snow. It was like barely any snow. It was just the roads were like super icy and no one knew how to drive on icy roads. So snow day. So that was cool. I remember that. That's like prime, like, okay, little lore. Okay, so born in Oregon, right? I was born in Oregon. Don't remember any of it. Moved from Oregon when I was like 1 or 2 to Texas. Okay, I lived in Texas till I was 8. So that's preschool, kindergarten, first grade, second grade. And those Christmas memories are my favorite because I have these very vivid memories. We lived in a cul-de-sac. It was like a half cul-de-sac. It wasn't an actual cul-de-sac. But a lot of the houses around us had kids, and a lot of them were like my age or older. A lot of them were like my brother's age or my older sister's age, and we would come together to play soccer in our front yard. We would come together to play soccer, and I remember the Christmas lights on the houses and playing soccer with all the kids in the neighborhood, and that was such a cool memory. It's like one of those memories where I wish I could, live it again. Like somehow grab it from my brain and throw it into a VR chat or something and just stand there and watch and experience it again. And I remember, I think my mom made hot chocolate. Someone made hot chocolate. And that was very fun. We played soccer for the entire day, I want to say, until kids started getting called home. That was very fun. I miss that. I miss that. And then, so from Texas, we moved to Colorado. In Colorado, I was there for 5 years. 3rd grade to 7th grade. However long that is. Well, probably a little bit more than 5 years. But Colorado, I enjoyed Colorado, but I don't really have a lot of fond memories besides like fireplace, like sitting in my like the Colorado arc. So my middle school arc, my elementary to middle school arc is it's when I started becoming a shut-in. It's when I started becoming a neat. It's like a hikikomori or whatever. It's just when I stopped talking to other people because we would move so much. So within Texas, I lived in 2 different houses. I want to say I was in the same school zone, but that didn't really matter because we all started 1st grade together, or like kindergarten. I was in kindergarten in the same school that I went to 1st grade for. Colorado is when it started getting a little iffy. 3rd grade, I went to a different elementary school for 3rd grade, and then 4th and 5th grade, I went to a different elementary school. And then 6th and 7th grade, different middle school than most of the kids in my school district. There was like one kid from like entire 5th grade class that I went to middle school with. And then 7th to 8th grade is when we moved to Arizona and lived in 2 different houses in Arizona, lived in 3 different houses in Colorado. Yeah, 3 different houses in Colorado. That's when I really just, like, gave up on making friends, I guess. Like, if they didn't come to me, I did not care. So I like 8th grade was rough. I wouldn't consider any of those people my friends, looking back now. Middle school was overall just really rough. It was not a good time. And looking back now, I don't consider any of those people my friends. The people at the time that I thought were my friends, they kind of were not nice. They were not nice people. I'm sure they've grown. I'm sure they've, become someone better. But during that time, it was not a fun time. Sorry, this is a bit of a trauma dump, doing a lore dump. But yeah, no, then high school, I just, I don't know, I had like one good friend in high school that I still talk to, and that was it. I had a group of dudes, but none of them, didn't hang out with any of them. Didn't hang out with any of them after school or do anything like that. Didn't even really play video games with any of them either. That's one thing I remember in Texas. Like when I moved from Texas to Colorado, I still had like the gamer tags of all my buddies, so I'd play Xbox with them. And then, Colorado to Arizona, I didn't play with any of them. That's when I built my computer. Was 7th grade. So that's when I transitioned from the Xbox to PC, and none of the other kids that I knew from Texas had computers, or by this time the Xbox One was out. So everyone was on next gen, and I just had a computer. So that's when I met the people that I'm currently like buddy with online. That I've known these people for almost 10 years now. 2016, 2017, almost a decade. A decade of actually being able to remember things. That's crazy. Like being a 5-year-old to 15-year-old, like I don't really remember much. Like that's a decade of mystery. But then I was gonna say 15 to 25, but I'm not that old. But what, 13 to 23? That's a decade that I can remember. I can remember things. And yeah. It's scary. Oh, I'm so old. It's over. It's over for me, guys. I'm so old. I know it's not over, but the looming cloud of sorrow and it's so over is currently over my head. It's been raining on me for a couple days. I need to get a haircut. I don't know if you guys can tell. I need to get a haircut. I need to I don't know. It's at that awkward phase where it's so long, it doesn't look good, but it's not long enough. It's like the awkward bob. The awkward bob fit. It just looks like I have a helmet head, kind of, with how poofy my hair is. It poofs very much. Volume, up. So that's why I say helmet head, because it kind of looks like a helmet. I don't really style it. When I get out of the shower, I just and then whatever form it takes, and that's what I rock with. But yeah, I need to get a haircut. Or something. But yeah, it's almost 5 a.m. I did not expect this video to be this long, honestly. This is a bit of a long rant. This is very, very it's kind of just got away from me. This video just kind of got away from me. Just kind of ran away. I'm surprised not a lot of, as I was able to talk this long, but yeah. Trying to think, is there anything else I should say or I want to say before, I don't see you guys for another couple weeks? I'm not sure. I'm watching Vanilla Mace on Twitch, if you guys know who she is. That's my current XQC, the phase group, because they're doing a subathon, and Vanilla Mace. Those are my top Twitch contenders right now. She's very chill. It's very kind of homey. Wow, like grounded, kind of real, very grounded, very real streamer. So, it's a good watch. It's a good watch. It's not like the phase guys are over the top. Those guys are clip farmers. They're doing everything crazy like. But Vanilla's, I feel like, kind of the opposite. Like, there are moments, but most of it is pretty chill. I enjoy it. I enjoy it a lot. It's a very chill stream. And the next QC is kind of crazy. Not crazy, but and he's naturally funny when he's not trying to be funny. Like there's just I don't know, there's a lot of funny moments. That happened during his stream, but yeah, that's my life. That's my life, guys. I gave you a lore dump, a trauma dump. I told you about my childhood. And yeah, that's it. I don't know, maybe next video will be a draw my life video from 2015. I think that's when that whole trend was started, people doing draw my lives. I always thought, how do you film that? How do you film that? Do you record the monologue first and then do the drawing, or do you do the drawing first and then do the monologue, or do you do both of them at the same time so you can make it match? I'm not sure. I don't know, when I thinking about stuff like that has ruined a lot of media for me, especially horror movies, because I'm watching and it's like, how did they do that? How did they achieve that special effect? This must have been so awkward to film on a sound set where there's no sounds playing besides the actor, and they have to react in a certain way. That must have been so awkward to be in a room of people and you're doing this, and it ruins movies for me when I think like that. But yeah, next video, draw my life. It's not gonna be draw my life. I have no idea how to do a draw my life. I don't have the proper camera set up for that. It'd be me scribbling on a piece of paper and then showing it to the camera, and then going back and scribbling and then showing it to the camera. That's the stage of technology that I'm at right now. But yeah. I'm sorry, I'm stretching this video to 40 minutes because I like ending on either a 5 or 0. I don't like ending on something else that isn't a 5 or a 0. Okay, so I gotta talk for 40 more seconds. But yeah, that's the video. That's the video, guys. That is the video. And for the people that stuck around this far and are still conscious, that's cool. That's cool. I failed. I failed you. I'm sorry. You were supposed to fall asleep listening to this, but I failed you, and you're awake and you can hear this, so I apologize. I did not, I guess I wasn't sleepy enough, didn't sleep talk enough for you, or I hate you, I hate you, I hate you. I'm just kidding. But thank you for watching. Thank you for watching. Thank you for watching. Thank you for. I love you. 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 And I'll see you in whatever next video I do next. Okay. 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 I'll see you in whatever next video I do next. Okay. Okay. Goodbye. Goodbye. Goodbye, guys. Goodbye. Goodbye.